Well, we've been staying on top of the problem of filthy tap water in Fredonia, and last night the village board approved a contract to fix it. People have been dealing with that discolored water for years, and now, thanks to an emergency loan from the state, there's a plan in place. It's none too soon for the folks who have been waiting for clean water.
It's sad that it took almost 2 years to get to this point from the first time we came and started talking to the village, but that's unfortunately how it goes sometimes.
Well, the village hopes to have all the work done by October. And Steve Brown has been the one bringing this to light for months. He's here now. And Steve, you first reported on this back in November, but the problem actually goes back a lot farther than that.
It actually does. We just heard from Mr. Prophet. He's Paul Luce's neighbor, and both live on James Place in Fredonia. This is what the water looks like at Luce's home to this day. This is after it passes through a filter. Luce says this is how he and his wife have lived for 15 years. Now, there are parts of 6 streets in the northern section of the village that have discolored or dirty water. The loan approved last night is specifically for fixing this problem.
So walk us through the rest of the process. I mean, how quickly can this get done?
Well, it's going to be some time, and folks in the affected areas are going to have to wait a few more months. And I do know that that's not something that they're going to want to hear. But here's the rest of the process of getting this fixed. The village board approved the loan last night. Today, the paperwork heads back to Albany for its closure on this loan, as they phrase it. That's when the money can start heading to Fredonia. It's $1.4 million, but technically the work has already started. 4 weeks surveying and mapping work has been done on the 6 streets involved. Next, a full project is drawn up and the contract for the job is posted. By state law, it must be posted at least 5 days. Typically, it's 30 to 90. Then the bids are opened and renewed. A winner is selected, and the village board would need to make that official. After that, groundbreaking. We understand to make the job quicker and less expensive, old water mains will remain buried. The new ones will be placed next to them and homes reconnected. Then finally, completion, drinkable water for these affected residents who've been waiting so long. Mayor Landis told us last night she hopes that the work is done by year's end. Last week, Village Administrator Richard St. George told me that hopefully it was going to be finished in October. We know this much, Mary Alice, the problem is going to get fixed, and it looks like in this calendar year. We can at least say that.
I know it's not quick enough for the residents that have been
Certainly
without
not.
clean water, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
There is. A little more patience. The money's in place. The plan is in place to fix it. It's going to get done.
Good to know. Thanks, Steve.